It seems like everyone is talking about AI-powered content right now, but the problem is it all looks the same. But what if I told you that I built a system before AI that still works? And it's the reason that I never run out of posts on LinkedIn. And now I'm gonna share that exact system with you right now. The best part about this LinkedIn content strategy is that it's completely free. You don't have to pay for anything. And yet, it will help you post consistently and position yourself as a subject matter expert in your field. If you're a BDR, AE, manager, or even VP, you should be posting regularly because most teams just aren't doing it. In fact, I recently read that about 1% of LinkedIn's monthly users share content weekly. So when you share useful niche content that your ideal customer profile actually cares about, your company starts to like and share those posts. Your partners do the same, and then your prospects and customers start to see you as more than a seller because you actually understand the industry. When I started in tech sales, I knew that I needed to post on LinkedIn and do social selling. The problem is that I'm profoundly dyslexic. Specialist words, not mine. This means I'm not great at spelling, I'm a very slow reader, and so I needed to build a bulletproof system that worked in spite of my weaknesses. And remember, this was before AI, video, or voice messaging on LinkedIn. What I didn't expect is that the system I built would give me an unforeseen bonus. Fresh stats and stories to share on cold calls, discovery, demo, and POCs. For this to work, we're gonna need Chrome, a LinkedIn profile, obviously, Google Alerts, Buffer plus the Buffer Chrome extension, Gmail, because that's what I prefer to use. You could also do this in another email provider, and Google Sheets as an added option to create a content bank. Here's a quick power tip I wish I would have known when I first started doing this. Make sure you build this with your personal Gmail and Google Sheets so that if or when you leave your company, you don't lose this entire system and have to rebuild it over again. All right, so we're gonna start with Buffer, and all you have to do is hit Get Started Now if you don't have an account. If you do, you can simply log in. And if you're unfamiliar with Buffer, it is a tool that allows you to schedule out posts on social media sites like LinkedIn or Instagram, things of that nature. Now, once you've connected your LinkedIn account, you're gonna also want to go in and set up your schedule so that it's posting on a regular cadence. I prefer to do it daily, so whatever you'd like to do, get that set up. Next, we're gonna go to the Chrome Web Store, and we're gonna look for the Buffer extension. I simply just typed in Buffer Chrome extension in Google and got here, and we're going to add it to Chrome. So once it is added to Chrome, we're gonna come in here and we're gonna pin it so that it stays. I like to have it pinned right here. So now that Buffer's set up and we have our tool in place that actually allows us to schedule our posts, we need content. That is the thing that matters, and finding specific content for the ideal customer profile in your market is kind of tough, unless you have something like Google Alerts. So I just simply typed in Google Alerts into Google, and I got the URL here. What's great about Google Alerts is that it will look for any phrase or word on the internet and give you a digest of the different pages and articles that have mentioned that word or phrase. For me, when I worked in cybersecurity, I had one set up just like this. And when you type it in, you hit show options. I want it to come at most once a day, automatic. All the regions are there, and just hit create alert. Very simple. So what's gonna happen is that anytime an article or page mentions cybersecurity, it is going to send this daily digest to your inbox. Now, I recommend that you don't do this every single day. Instead, you need to batch process this by setting up a time every Monday or Friday to review all of the new information that Google Alerts has sent you. So the best way to do this is to first come in here and take your first email that comes in, and you're gonna hit these three arrows right here, and you're gonna say filter messages like this. And then you're going to say create filter. You're going to say skip the inbox. You're also gonna choose a label, and I'm gonna create a new label here. I'm gonna call this cyber alert. We'll hit create. Then I'm also gonna say apply filter to matching conversations and create filter. Now what's gonna happen is every time you get an email from this Google alert, it will skip your inbox and go straight into this folder. So on that specified time on a Monday or a Friday, you'll come and click this alert, It will show you all of the emails. And what I like to do is start at the top and go from the unread ones and go all the way down. Right now I only have one. And I'm going to go through here and you can start to see the headlines. You can start to see the publication that also created them. Some of them are more reputable than others. You just want to make sure that you're sticking to sources that are relevant to your prospects. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to hit Command and I'm going to click on these titles and I'm going to open them up in new tabs. And then I'm going to come through and read these different articles. Now, while I'm reading these, what I'm looking for is any type of statistic or good quote from an industry expert. So I don't have to read the entire thing, but oh, look right here. In 2024, 95% of data breaches were tied to human error, with cybersecurity protections often breaking down due to poorly trained users. This is gold right here. So all you have to do is take your cursor and highlight the text. Then you're going to hit the buffer Chrome extension up here and hit create post. What's great about this extension is it's going to extract the text that you just found from that article. What I then like to do is put in my own take. So maybe for this one, I'd say something like, how do you deal with user error? And get my quotation marks around here so they know that it is a quote, and then also check spelling. Thank you, Grammarly, another great tool if you don't have it. Sometimes you'll start to see that buffer doesn't automatically put in a thumbnail or a title here. So for the title, I would usually just copy over the title from the article, but a lot of times I like to put in a custom image, even if they don't give me one. The one they do give might not look great. So I'll usually go to a website like unsplash.com. It's a royalty-free image site. I'd search something like cybersecurity, find an image that I thought looked good and put it in here. The reason why I like to do this is it keeps things more on brand. It creates a much finer package, and I think that it helps with engagement and clicks. So once you're done and you've uploaded your custom image and made sure the title's there, all you have to do is hit schedule post, and it is going to schedule that for you. It is that simple. That is all you have to do to go through and find really intriguing stats and post them on LinkedIn. Lastly, what you can do is take these posts that Buffer's making and putting out there and put them into a spreadsheet. I know that Buffer saves them, but it's good to have your own content bank so that whenever you're on a demo or you're on the POC, you can actually open up that spreadsheet and look through the different stats and have them ready at hand for when someone says something that might relate to something you posted recently. It's good to have those statistics and the source right in front of you. Now, if you want to make the lift a little lighter, you can use AI and simply take the link from the article, post it into ChatGPT, and use a prompt that says something like, summarize this article in 2 sentences, pull out one compelling stat or quote, then draft a LinkedIn post with the quote at the top and 2 sentences of commentary about why it matters. Keep it conversational and under 4 sentences total. If you found this video helpful, make sure that you like and subscribe, because in my next video, we're going to take this one step further with some LinkedIn Sales Navigator strategies that will help you find the prospects that will actually engage with the content you're posting. This is where the real pipeline comes from. And if this is your first time on my channel, make sure you check out the Start Here playlist. It is the fastest way to get caught up on the core strategies that will help you grow in sales, leadership, and impact.